Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News Channel. Got some big news for Vechain. A few months ago I said Vechain, Alibaba, and Mastercard are part of the same council called APAC, but that does not mean they are partnered or collabing. Well, that has changed because Vechain, Mastercard, and Alibaba are collabing now to build a platform to track food and wine exports. What does this not mean? This does not mean that Alibaba is going to switch their platform and completely use Vechain on their business. That's not what it means. That does also not mean that for MasterCard, but it does mean that they're working on a new platform. Maybe I don't know if it's only for Australia or if it's worldwide to actually track food and wine exports on a new kind of business. And it is a collaboration partnership with Alibaba and MasterCard, but it does not mean that their entire businesses are going to revolve around Vechain, obviously. The platform will use Vechain Tor blockchain to track products and Mastercard Provenance as a transaction verification ledger. So it's two-part. Vechain Tor is going to work with Mastercard Provenance. The Vechain Tor blockchain will track the products, and Mastercard Provenance will actually verify the transactions. So it is a full collaboration with Mastercard. Australian media reports reveal plans by giants Mastercard and Alibaba to deepen its partnership with the APAC Provenance Council. So this is from APAC Provenance Council, Asian Pacific region. Maybe it'll lead to more partnerships with with Alibaba itself and Mastercard, but this is for tracking products in that region. Both companies joined forces to develop and launch a platform to facilitate tracking food, wine, and exports produced in Australia. The platform will be based on the Vechain Tor blockchain to track products and will also use Mastercard Provenance as the ledger for transaction verification. Mastercard, blockchain tracking, Vechain. So that's how it works. The APAC Provenance Council is a consortium of food supply chain and financing in the Asia-Pacific economic region. Its main objective is to create an efficient intercontinental financial system. Its main partner for applying blockchain technology is Vechain. So most everything that APAC does that involves tracking and provenance will involve Vechain in the future. The platform will offer financing with Mastercard and Alibaba's payment system, Alipay, to local farmers and growers to facilitate payment for their production. The objective of the platform, developed by Mastercard Alibaba, and based on the Vechain Tor blockchain, will be exports between Australia and China. The trade relationship between these two nations in terms of exports is estimated at around $76 billion annually. However, the COVID-19 pandemic and growing political tensions between the two countries could impact that figure. In that sense, the platform could be a solution to allow Australia to diversify its exports. APC co-founder David Indura's outlines. So it's supposed to strengthen the ties between Australia and China. Obviously, COVID-19's put a dent in that, but even in that, the platform could actually allow Australia to diversify its exports. It's not only between Australia and China, it can be for the entire APEC region. The overall theme of this is making more resilient export supply chains. One current complexity is COVID. The other is the economic and political trade circumstances, especially with China. Resilience for Australian producers means having the capability to cater to multiple markets. We have been very China dependent, but maybe we should be more US dependent, more Japan dependent, more Indonesia focused. Obviously, the platform doesn't really care who you trade with. They're going to track it either way. An Australian government roadmap identified blockchain technology as a core solution to improve the agricultural supply chain. As such, former chief for Blockchain Australia, Nicholas Giarito, praised the formation of the APAC Provenance Council as an important step forward in terms of transparency, efficiency, and supply chain management in the agricultural sector. Blockchain Australia and the Food Agility Cooperative Research Centre are two bodies that currently support the APAC Provenance Council, the first a private initiative and the second government ordered. Both bodies aim to use blockchain technology to support local producers through the APC. Additionally, APAC Provenance Council was able to secure the support of key partners with the endorsement of the Food Agility CRC. Last week, major companies such as Kellogg's, Mars, Kohl's, NAB, JBS, and IAG, among others, joined to make $10 million investment to APC to fund Vechain Tor-based solutions to reinvent the business model to be used after the pandemic. Food Agility CRC Chief Executive Mike Breyer said, "The big issue in the food industry right now is supply chains. The situation with China is making people think about diversifying their market, and Vechain will help that. The other is the data. Showing the provenance of the product is really important in these sorts of markets. When you put a digital lens on a supply chain, it allows, say, a meat processor to provide information back to the farmer. That doesn't happen universally at the moment. We want to work with technology partners and agribusiness partners to allow data to flow forward and back through the supply chain. So obviously this is a big collaboration / partnership with Mastercard and Alibaba to track food and wine exports. And it could lead to other things with Mastercard and Alibaba. So that is the new news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.